The last thing that we're going to do today to review for your quiz is this class review. So, the first thing, we're going to do the first couple problems together, and then I'm going to have you try some on your own. So let's look at the first problem. We've had this on every homework assignment since you learned it, but we haven't reviewed it in class together in a while. The first one says, what's the sum of the interior angles in a nonagon? Okay, well, the sum of the interior angles can be found by taking 180 times n minus 2. And if it's a nonagon, that's telling you that you have 9 sides. So that's going to be 180 times 9 minus 2, which would be 180 times 7. And if you put that into your calculator, you get 1260. Okay, next one. Find each interior and exterior angle in a decagon. It doesn't use the word sum, so you're either going to use the interior plus exterior equals 180, or 360 divided by the number of sides equals the exterior. Well, I told you that we had a decagon, so that's telling you the number of sides is 10. Well, the only place I can plug in the number of sides is this equation. It could be the exterior angle, which is something I'm looking for. I'm going to find that first, and then find the interior. So I'm going to take 360 divided by 10, and that will give me the exterior angle, which is 36. Now that I know the exterior angle, I can find the interior. I'm going to do 180 minus 36, which is 144. Next problem, given the exterior angle, find the number of sides. Well, it doesn't use the word sum, so again, I'm going to be using these two equations. Well, the first one, if I plug in the exterior angle, it's going to give me the interior, which is not what I need. The next one, if I put in the exterior angle, it's going to give me the number of sides, which is what I want. So I'm going to take 360 divided by the number of sides, and that'll equal the exterior angle, which is 24. So to solve, we make it a proportion and cross multiply, so we get 24 n equals 360. We divide by 24, so the number of sides is 15. Alright, last example. Given the interior, so we're going to do together. Given the interior is 150, find the number of sides. Well, the only place the interior now is here, which gives us the exterior, which we need. Okay? And then we can use the exterior to find the number of sides. So we're going to do 180 minus 150, and that'll give us 30. That's our exterior angle. And now that we know the exterior angle, we can find the interior. So if we take 360 divided by the number of sides, they'll equal the exterior. Last multiply, so I get 30 n equals 360, and 360 divided by 30 is 12. So the number of sides is 12. Now remember with these problems, the sides have to be real numbers. The angles can be a decimal. So I want you to pause the video here, like we did for my other classes, and I want you to finish the front of this and the back. Try and do it on your own. And then I want you to turn the video back on and check the end of it. Now, I've told the sub that you need to start taking the quiz by about 10 or 5 till 9. So watch your time and do the best you can. Okay, so let's check the bottom floor. Hopefully you pause the video and try this on your own. Okay, number 5. Number 5, we have a rectangle, which means all 4 corners are 90. That's why I set 3x equal to 90 and got x is 30. In a rectangle, opposite sides are congruent, so that's why I set them equal to each other and got y is 10. And remember, in these problems, the only option you have for sides is that they're congruent. Okay, 6 is a parallelogram. There's no y to find, so I crossed that out. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are congruent, share a side, add to 180. Well, these are opposite, so I set them equal to each other, got x is 4. On a rhombus, you had sides. All the sides are congruent, so I set it equal to each other, got x is 4. The perimeter, though, is not 16. You have to take that 4 and plug it back in to find each side to be 7. And then to get the perimeter, you're going to add 7 4 times and get 28. Number 8 is a square. All the sides of a square are equal. And again, in any of these problems, if you're given the sides, they are equal. The only option for sides is equal. So I said 2x plus 11 equals 3x plus 4 and got x is 7. Now it wants AB. Well, AB is this segment, which I don't have anything for, but a square, all the sides are the same, so it doesn't matter. I just pick one of the sides and plug it in. I did the 2x plus 11 one, plugged it in, got 25. All the sides have to match, so you're good to go. Alright, flip over to the back. Number 9 is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are congruent. That's why I said y was 64. Angles that share a side add to 180, so that's why I did 180 minus 64 and got 116 over here. Okay? So I knew x was 116 and x and z are opposite, so they have to match. In the rectangle, starting in the bottom left corner, all 4 corners are 90, so I did 90 minus 47 and got 43. Okay? Then, because I knew I had isosceles triangles, base angles were the same. 6 and 7, base angles, equal. 6 and 5 add to 90. 5 had to be 47. 4 and 5, base angles, equal. 3 and 4 add to 90, so 3 is 43. 3 and 2 are base angles, equal. 1 and 2 add to 90, 47. And then you're back over on the left, and they're base angles. Then to get the angles in the center, you have a triangle. 180 minus all those gives you 8 is 94, and you can figure out 1 the same way, or excuse me, 11 the same way and get 86. Okay? The only place where the angles are 90 in the center is a rhombus or a square. That's not what you have on 10. It's a rectangle. Speaking of which, 11 is a rhombus. The 4 in the middle are 90. Okay? The opposite angles bisect each other. So if this top angle here is 49, the one below it's 49, and the left two have to be 49. And then I subtract from 180 to get the top two and the bottom two all to be 41. On a square, 4 in the middle are 90. The corners are 90, which you didn't need to give, but the rhombus splits it in half, so the rest of them are all 45. Because remember, if it forms an L, it's going to equal 90. If it forms a V, it's going to equal 45. When it's a square, that will happen. Okay, take a break and then get ready for your quiz.